cut off the first like 2 minutes. So
Yep. Alright, we're live though.
what is up, everybody? It's Mike here with Wicked. We're here to stream Blaster Brothers versus GangGang for Group 3, I think, of the Drop Zone tournament.
Yeah, we're in Group 3. Blaster Brothers is looking to kind of get up and seize the playoff spot. Blaster Brothers and then GangGang looking, I think, to get their first win in the tournament. But good place to start. Alright, so it looks like we're going into Goas on Badlands. It's a bigger map for the most part. Would you like to do play-by-play, Mike?
Sure. I'll do some.
You have the camera.
Yeah. Nobody spawned in yet, though. It looks like it's going to be a 5-on-5, so something we don't see too often.
Yeah.
First pod's going to be in the middle. We have Blaster Brothers on Rebels and Empire as GangGang. Go ahead.
So I apologize in advance for any background noise you may hear. My
Same.
Next door neighbors are kind of blaring some music. So apologies in advance if you guys hear anything going on. Anyway, I can do play-by-play, sure. So Blaster Brothers have a really nice start there. A couple kills coming in. They're going to be able to claim that first pod. There's still one member of GangGang who's now going to get taken down off to the backside. And Blaster Brothers is going to force the long spawns for GangGang. Though GangGang is going to have a nice pincer move here with Merlin Loop coming from one direction and a couple members of GangGang coming from other directions. But then there is E and Kesslet, a couple other players there to greet them. Word going to make it in for the pod. He's going to go down. Odessa not going to be able to get the claim there as well. He gets taken down off the pod with a nice nade from one of the Blaster Brothers. Looks like Samwise is going to be able to sneak in though and get the claim. Blaster Brothers playing a little bit too far off the pod, but they will pick up a couple kills in the back and be able to get the retouch.
Samwise is playing with an unupgraded grenade, and Hoboman is playing with BrZ. Can you explain this to me?
Well, unupgraded grenade because he doesn't have 7,000 credits.
How?
And barrage because maybe hold down a hallway?
He almost did it there. He just shot it in the cave. I don't know.
Well, I mean, regardless, it's first pod over to Blaster Brothers there. Alright, so the next pod, it looks like it's going to be spawning up over... That's a hard one to explain, but you can see it on the map, so... Anyway, Hoi Fufu holding a couple members of GangGang in there, along with a couple other members of his team, though some members of GangGang were able to sneak around. They're going to force a 2 versus 3 situation, unless a couple members of Blaster Brothers can retreat back.
Good play from Hoi right there.
Yeah, and him and the rest of Blaster Brothers going to force GangGang back. There is a push coming from the far side. One of them goes down, Odessa goes down, Samwise go down as well, Captain Fluffy also going to go down to E. So good hold there.
Yeah, E got like 2 kills on the lower side, and the rest of the people are holding the middle of the map pretty good.
Yeah, and it looks like GangGang going to maybe try and get a push, but there's no way they're going to be able to get that. They should probably just maybe retreat. Maybe Captain Fluffy and Samwise going here for power-ups, but they're both going to get taken down from a nade regardless, so... next pod's going to drop, and it's going to drop at the quote-unquote Jakku pod. Word's going to get a nice pulse cannon kill, and they're actually going to be able to take down Hoboman and be able to get the touch here. So this is a touch coming out of GangGang, but Blaster Brothers on the attack here. 3 members coming in strong through this center avenue. Kessler kind of holding up top while the rest of his team flanks around the side, though E's going to go down. Kessler's able to pick up 1, and now Hoboman flanking around the side is going to force a little bit of a 2-sided front. Blaster Cannon, I believe, is coming in, but a couple members going from the center of the map, Hoifuhu, Kessler, and others, able to flank in through the center, and they're going to force the rest of GangGang to get long spawns.
Yeah,
Good
Hobo
play there.
Man was the one who came in from the middle, was able to get the touch there with his barrage, which he's still using actually.
So the blaster cannon came out there from Hoifufu. He had hopped on it, hopped off, but it might hop back on here as he goes low. He's actually going to help pick up a couple kills there, along with the rest of his team, all stationed around the pod. And there's just no way GangGang's able to get in on that.
The barrage has 1 kill. He got a kill with it, so
There you go.
I'm gonna stop. Oh, Hoifufu does not have a jetpack. Cycle rifle grenade. Interesting.
It's the barrage has gotten more kills than a medical droid so far.
Well,
Just throwing that out there.
I guess technically, yeah.
He's going to pick up a kill, and there's good control of the center coming out of Blaster Brothers there, again forcing the longer spawns for GangGang. But GangGang here is going to get a couple nice putter spawns off to the backside, and they're going to force their way around. Captain Fluffy goes low, but he's a lot.
Fluffy had a nice nade onto the top mid right there to get a kill.
Yeah. A couple members, the 2 versus 1 actually now turned 3 versus 0 for GangGang right there. Going to get the pod back, but now they're in a 2v2 situation, now 3v1, but it looks like the GangGang member's just going to hold off and try and maybe get a flank off to the back. He's going to not be able to pick up any, and the rest of Blaster Brothers did a good job there of securing the kills they needed to, and now they're holding GangGang in that cave entrance over there, and this looks to be another good touch.
Yeah, they have a good setup right now. They're all stuck in the mid cave trying to get out.
Yeah.
This is going to be really... Like... They can't get here in time, so good kills from Blaster Brothers right now. Yep. Is our audio levels okay? If you... Like, we're both being heard, I hope so.
Let me check real quick. I'm just played that way. What do I know?
Well, I can hear me, so we're probably good. Yeah. This pod spawned favorably for GangGang. They're in... It spawned mid-cave where they happen to all be. Mm-hmm. Is the audio good?
Audio good.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so Blaster Brothers gonna get in there. They're gonna force an orbital down and really force GangGang into the cave entrance, which isn't really a place you want to be. Sonic Imploder coming out, and now they're able to wipe GangGang from the map, all forcing them to get the same side on respawn. It looks like most of GangGang's not going to flank. They're going to come from one direction, coming in one at a time as well.
They don't have time to go around at this point now either. And yeah, they're all going to go down.
They needed to go around first, or
first try.
Now it's just down to Word and Samwise. Samwise did get a nice touch earlier, but it looks like he did try, but he didn't get it. So. Alright.
First map going over to Blaster Brothers 5-0. I don't know what the second map is. I think I could have looked in my messages to see what the second map was, but I'm not sure. Real check. I'll check real quick. Hold on, guys. Okay, I don't know. I just know they did the bands out, but I'm not sure what the ordering for the remaining 3 maps were, so... Not sure right now. But we're going to be heading up into map 2, Blaster Brothers BrZ with a strong start. They're looking to close it out and get this win. I think they're trying to finish 4-1 in their group to try and beat out Epic Blaze. So we'll see.
Alright, so the next map should start up hopefully soon. Did you send me an invite? Is that what that is?
I don't know, but Assassin99 wants me to join a private match, so...
Yeah... You mean Chris Eska? 99?
Yeah, same person.
It is, you're right.
I wasn't looking too much at the guns, but I assume it was just like 10 E3s, but who knows?
I highly doubt it, to be honest.
Think so?
Highly doubt it. Pretty sure Kessler likes the E11.
I'll try and look around a little bit at the start.
Nah, I'll look around. I don't want you to move the camera away from the action.
I feel like he might just use it anyway, though. I mean, I know their team, I think, doesn't like the E3 overall, but I feel like everybody just uses it anyway in their matches just because, like, I don't know. Oh, well, they did get a pretty, like, big gap of a win, so maybe they'll just use whatever. I don't know.
Pretty sure Kessler just used E11 map. Like, he's used it every map so far, pretty sure.
Oh, okay. So he's probably using that still then.
And I
E11's definitely
doubt...
good. Him and Wookie, I guess, are like the only like people that still use it a lot.
Yeah, I
It's still
highly
really good.
doubt that GangGang's using the E3. But I wouldn't know.
Come on. They got it. They just don't have enough to upgrade their grenades.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check my friend requests in case like I need to accept some to get invited. I didn't have any requests from anyone on these teams, just from Bazo Bear, and that was it.
I really hope this music isn't that loud.
I can't hear it, so you're good.
Alright.
So after this, there will be 17 matches left that need to get played in like 54 hours, so that means there's going to be either a lot of forfeits or a lot of matches tomorrow and Sunday. Hopefully the second one.
Hopefully. You can hope.
I think a lot of the Group 2 matches are going to happen Saturday night.
Okay.
Just waiting on invites here. I'm going to check my messages again just to see. Okay, so apparently they did not ban. So in an unbelievable twist of events, the second map is either going to be Twilight on Hoth or Ice Caves. Can you believe it? The two worst maps were not banned by either team. What do you think about this?
I'd like to see a Twilight on Hoth.
I'd like to see a Twilight on Hoth too. I would not like to see an Ice Caves because the first pod is free for Rebels, right?
Yeah. But I just want to see a Twilight on Hoth, dude. Like, that's a fun map.
Okay, I got the invite.
Okay. I'm really hoping for a Twilight on Hoth.
Could happen. I told them I need to be promoted to invite you. Hopefully it happens. Everybody's been not doing that. Alright, here we go.
You watched yesterday's match, I'm assuming?
I thought they were going to promote you. I didn't watch it. I played, right? So I didn't.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You.
But yeah, I was going to watch it back at some point. Maybe we can learn something to try and beat your team, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm putting whoever's available in, dude. It's just whatever happens.
Well, with us now, that's the same situation because I don't know, Sniper and Bomber, I don't know if they're going to get on for the match. They might not. It's a coin flip. But that would be...
tell them it's the most important match of the year, dude.
I know, and we'd like to have our best players for for your team, yeah, for sure. Alright, well, we're ready. I think it is going to be Twilight, by the way. So...
Excellent.
Get hype. Kessel's asking if Sonic Imploder is allowed in the chat. Yes, it is. I don't know how... Like, I sent out an image to everyone now. Like, there's no way no one can know the rules now. Like... If you guys can look at a picture, then you can know every rule in the game. Well, not every rule, sorry, but what's allowed and what's banned in terms of star cards and weapons. But yeah, Sonic Imploder is all good. All that stuff is all good except for Back to Bomb, Scattergun, and Shock Grenade. Everything else is fine, and Deoxys is limited to 1.
There you go, Mike. Call it how it is.
We're ready. I think we're just, Shadows wants me to join a private match. Not gonna happen. So we'll see if Twilight can, like, totally change the game up and, like, make GangGang win this map. I don't know, though. Isn't it kind of similar to Badlands, where it's, like, kind of big and, like, there's canyons and stuff? I don't know.
It is... It's pretty different. You can't really compare it to much.
I guess it's, like, unlike anything in the game, yeah.
Oh, man, this is gonna be a highlight map. Okay, no, I actually like seeing this map played because it's so often banned. I actually think Ice Caves is the worst map, personally. And then I feel like Ice Caves is, or Twilight, the pod placement makes it kind of questionable. It's still doable.
I
like,
think,
every single pod is
well, I just think Ice Caves is bad only because of the first spawn. If it wasn't for that, it would be alright, right? Or would it still be trash?
It still spawns you in the blue caves a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so easy just to trap you in there. It's not even that fun. But on this map, you can't really trap people anywhere. And
That's
every
true.
pod is fair game, which is why I like this one more than Ice Caves. But it's still pretty garbo. Though it's not that bad. I feel like a lot of the problems is that the pods are pretty easily defended, and that the power-ups don't spawn right by the pod for whatever reason. But the first one, it's actually in this little narrow crevice. I'm sure you know where it is.
I have to get down there. Okay, here it is.
The angle on this pod is actually really interesting because there's a couple hills. That top hill coming out from like where what is it? Samwise is. It's a really troll hill. It actually usually gives advantage to the player on the top of it. So we'll see if they can abuse that a little bit.
Also, the power-ups on this map spawn in really weird spots because of reasons, I don't know, but they spawn in really weird places.
Can't tell you, but it looks like Kessel's gonna get the touch. Yeah.
Kessel's got Ion Grenade this time.
Yeah, and his patented E3. Boy Fufu, the patented SC-14C, SE-14C, apologies. So yeah, bunch of different guns coming out.
Okay, I'm glad there's variety.
Samwise pulling out the quality DH. The Word gonna go down, the Kessler. Anyway, for a little bit of action, it seems like since Kessler's first touch, or first retouch, they're gonna get this pod, so that's going to be one and done on defense for Blaster Brothers right there. Word, and the rest of GangGang weren't able to get a touch there, so unfortunate for them. Now this second pod, this I like to, you remember in World War I where armies would just jump over the trenches and just charge the enemy team?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's pretty much how this pod is, because there's no cover, zero cover to get to this pod. And whoever gets there first, if you have long-range weapons, E3, E11, etc., you just, I mean, you should get mowed down, because there's no
Hobo
cover.
Man's got a T21. How's that for a long-range weapon? He definitely wasn't using this last map, right? I don't think so. Destroyer, where are you?
It is a long-range weapon. I will say that. But alright, so we're gonna sneak in because apparently no
Oh my god. Did you see that?
Nice, that was great.
Did you see that? That was a jetpack homing shot and then E3 headshot. That was sick from E.
That was a jetpack homing shot.
It was a homing shot, yeah.
Alright, homing shot kill. Still better than the medical droid.
So Blaster Brothers are bringing out the variety on the second map, thinking that they have the match in hand. Will that come back to bite them?
It should if... Never mind, I'm not gonna
I mean, homing shot sucks, because once roll was added to the game, you can just roll away. He's trying to use it again right now.
Alright, so... Blaster Brothers being pretty confident in this match, which might hurt them, but they do have a 2-0 lead here. They haven't dropped the pod yet. So...
Wordward gets a kill. He's coming in towards the pod now. He's quite far away, though.
Well, picking up just a kill in the back. This is going to be a 2-on-2, but nades galore. Probably a couple are going to hit members. Odessa up top just going to use a smart rocket on Boy Fufu, and GangGang's shooting with each other.
They did a good job there, clearing him out.
Inspiration, but they did clear him out. That was a good job there. They got a nice flank going, and they were able to secure. Boy Fufu in a little bit of trouble with this turret that's going to unlock from them. This pod actually might go over to...
I think they got it. I think they got it. Nice turret.
No.
Oh, they don't got it.
I don't know what their focus was there. There's a couple members who are popping around the corner now. With 1 second left on that pod, you just watch it, kill whoever's there. Misplay from GangGang, and they're probably... I mean, they still have time to get on the pod.
They were only able to watch the front, and then X-Keon came from the behind and was able to get the touch that way.
Let's see if Hobo Man and X-Keon can hold them off, which looks like they will. So, after getting a little bit more serious now, it seems like Blaster Brothers is going to take a third pod.
E has still got his homing shot. He's getting a power-up right now. He's got an infantry turret.
This is a very centralized pod. I think this is probably my favorite pod of the map, just in terms of, like, actual...
Can you drop on this? Can you fit through this hole up here? I think so, maybe.
You can, actually.
Yeah.
You can. You can drop on it, and you can come from any which way. So it requires a lot of pod focus, and requires a lot of pod focus, a lot of kills, and you have to watch every single way. Like Word just dropped in instead of taking it, going to go for it.
Yeah, he started to shoot. Yeah, he smartly changed his mind though.
Yeah. So anyway, Samwise can actually pick up the kill, but he's going to go down to E. Kessler also goes low, but he's able to jump and get away. Actually apply pressure onto Lupe.
Yeah,
But,
Murren was able to drop in and get a touch, but does get taken out. Kessler gets the touch back for his team. He's got rockets ready to go.
And Murren, Lupe kills himself trying to jump down. He was probably at low health or hit it wrong. You lived from that drop. It happened earlier. So not quite sure what happened there, but that's going to be the 4th pod over to Blaster Brothers. Word, not close enough.
Yeah, word, just a tiny bit too late.
Yeah. GangGang's word was just a little too late for the pod. There.
Exactly. He's gonna touch the next pod, starting the 50-second timer. This is potentially the last pod in the game if GangGang can't do anything about that. They have people coming in. Ooh, the homing shot double kill? The homing shot double kill? Are you kidding me?
Alright. That's going on a play of the week.
So they have 2 homing shots in their team right now. Again, all you need to do is when you see enemy locking, you just hit circle twice once the missile's in the air, and you can dodge it. You can roll past it. You don't need to even jetpack anymore. Once rolling came out, that card became pretty bad, so I think GangGang can... Okay, they get a pod, and now... So Blaster Brothers has 2 useless cards. As long as GangGang plays properly, they can hold this pod. They got Fluffy watching the backside. 2 people watching the middle. There's going to be a lot of enemies come from the middle of the map. I don't know if Word knows. Okay, it's one.
Yeah, I mean, if they can stop Kessler...
Okay, I'm going to get on E because I know a homing shot's going to happen soon. Okay, they already... Okay, Kessler and Hoy came in from behind, I guess, and got the claim. I wasn't quite looking. So there's about 15 seconds left if they can't grab this. Okay, they got a couple important kills. Samwise is going in, Murren going in. Okay, they're able to get it.
Keep the game alive.
For now, yeah, he's gonna take it back. He's got Hobelman with him. And he has a droid with him too. And X-Keon is back in the very far back of the map fighting as well.
Yeah, Deza and E going to, well, E gonna pick up Odessa, Odessa gonna pick up, X-Keon.
Murren's trying to get in on the pod.
He's gonna go down there.
I think they got it. There's no one else close, so GG's. The first Twilight on Hoth we've seen ends up as a 5-0.
Second Twilight on Hoth.
Who else played it?
Well, no, okay, this tournament, it's the first.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. First Twilight on Hoth this tournament ends in this way, with homing shots happening. Maybe homing shot is OP on Twilight on Hoth. Maybe the T-21 is the best gun on Twilight on Hoth. Maybe not. But we'll never know. So that's the last match for now. I don't know if any other matches are happening today, but GG's to these teams. Wicked, is there anything you want to say about that match, or you...
No, that was a good game. Both teams played very well. Congrats to Blaster Brothers on the victory.
Alright, GG's guys. We'll see you next time.